What are you doing here? My mommy's coming. You better hide, or she's gonna catch you.
Okay, sweetie. Night-night. What are you looking at?
I don't think she can see you.
Hello, game fans! Set in 1920s Paris, the twisted reality of contrast is lovingly crafted with theatres, cafes, and even X-rated shows. However, the game world in which you play is just a mental representation that is frayed and quite literally twisted at the ends. Sounds strange? Well, there's a lot more where that came from. Contrast is a third-person adventure game with an array of puzzle elements. The unique hook of the game is that it mixes modern 3D roaming with 2D platforming puzzles. The player has the ability to become a shadow and use the shadows cast by buildings and elements in the world to reach areas previously inaccessible. When in 3D, you can place items in front of a light source to create additional platforms on the 2D axis. There is some degree of freedom on the city streets, but players are limited as to what buildings they can actually enter. This means the overall gameplay is extremely linear. However, this is fine as it keeps you driving on and pushing the narrative forward. This is further supported by the fact that you have a mission that is clearly stated in the top right hand corner, so it's nearly impossible to deviate from it. The side quests involve seeking out a number of luminaries, which are balls of light scattered around the game in hard to reach places. Many of these require you to navigate a shadowy animated conversation between Dee Dee's parents projected onto building walls. These platforming elements set on active conversations are actually some of the more enjoyable sections of the game. Whilst moving boxes to create usable shadows on the wall makes for great puzzles, there is a bit of an over-reliance on this simple put box on button puzzle, as it is overused and it doesn't really explore the wealth of puzzles that the 2D/3D mechanic could actually offer. The characters in the game are fantastic. Dee Dee's voice acting as a sweet little girl is passable on most occasions, her mother, the rising show star, is very convincing, and Johnny Fenris, voiced by Deus Ex's star Elias Toufexis, steals the show as the failing gambler and businessman. The main protagonist, Dawn, has all the hallmarks of an iconic gaming character, but she does feel a little bit unfinished. She is simply beautiful, from her long stiletto heels all the way to her rosy red cheeks and her short raven hair, yet her animations are limited and jerky and she lacks any form of personality. I would love to see her in another title, but as an imaginary friends go, she's a little bit one-dimensional. The game is not without its issues. The controls are clunky and sometimes unresponsive, leading to a number of unnecessary deaths. When other family members entered the room, the game kicked me out back to the main menu screen, announcing that another profile had signed in. And I had to do the pirate ship level about 4 times, which is about an hour of game time.
I want to be a dancer when I grow up.
Contrast has so much potential, as the concept is fantastic. Dawn is a stunning character.
Let's go in.
The story of a daughter in search of her father is a great narrative driver, but the overall experience lacks the polish it needs to be this truly awesome game. You can feel the potential behind the team, but it feels a bit rushed with hints of inexperience. I'd hoped that the Xbox One version would be the definitive version, as it comes out a full year after the whole PC and PS4 version, but sadly it feels like a straight port. I mean, if you like achievements, then this one doled out over 800 for just playing the game. If you're the kind of gamer who plays games for new experiences, then I would suggest trying Contrast. The stylish delivery and unique mechanics make this game an experience worth enjoying. However, you will need to forgive its issues and look past its few misgivings.
Finish him!